In a world overflowing with words, love often hides in silence. True affection is not always revealed through grand declarations or dramatic gestures, but through the quiet dignity of actions that speak louder than speech. Stoic philosophy reminds us that value is not proclaimed, it is embodied. Every choice, every gesture, every refusal or embrace becomes a silent language of love, carrying meaning far beyond what words can capture. This journey explores 10 timeless principles that show how to express your worth and devotion without uttering a single phrase. Each reflection is a step toward deeper connection, resilience, and authenticity. Let's begin. Principle 1. Be proud. Pride, in its purest form, is not arrogance but a quiet recognition of one's worth. To be proud is to stand firmly in the truth of who you are, without needing external validation. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking." This insight reveals that authentic pride is self-sustaining, rooted in gratitude and clarity. When you act with self-respect, whether by refusing a request that violates your principles or by carrying yourself with dignity, you silently communicate your value to loved ones. Pride manifests in gestures, attitudes, and decisions that show independence and resilience. It is the strength to endure adversity without collapsing into the need for approval. Have you ever felt proud of an achievement without telling anyone? That quiet satisfaction is the essence of Stoic pride. By embodying confidence and integrity, you demonstrate to others that your worth is undeniable, expressed not in words, but in the calm assurance of your actions. Principle 2. Be prepared to leave. True strength in relationships lies not in clinging, but in knowing you can walk away when necessary. Marcus Aurelius taught, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." To be prepared to leave is not abandonment, it is freedom. Imagine someone who constantly compromises their values to please a partner, fearing rejection. Over time, they discover that setting boundaries and embracing independence makes them more respected and attractive. This principle shows that love thrives when it is chosen, not forced. By being willing to leave unhealthy dynamics, you affirm your dignity and create space for mutual growth. Stoicism views this readiness as maturity, the courage to face change without fear. When you know you can live alone, you are less shaken by the ups and downs of relationships. This silent strength tells loved ones that you value yourself deeply. It is not a rejection of love, but a declaration that true connection must honor freedom, respect, and self-worth. Principle 3. Saying no is powerful. The ability to say no is one of the most profound ways to express self-respect. It is not stubbornness but clarity, a refusal to compromise your values for convenience or approval. Marcus Aurelius resisted the temptations of luxury and power, choosing instead a life of service and simplicity. His example shows that saying no is not merely rejection, but a conscious act of integrity. In modern life, declining unreasonable requests safeguards your time, energy, and dignity. Each refusal becomes a silent affirmation of worth, signaling to loved ones that your boundaries are non-negotiable. Have you ever felt trapped by saying yes when you wanted to say no? That moment reveals the cost of neglecting your inner voice. Stoicism teaches that freedom lies in aligning actions with principles. By saying no, you open the door to more authentic relationships built on respect rather than obligation. Silence becomes powerful when paired with firm boundaries, showing that your love is grounded in strength, not submission. Principle 4. Choose wisely. Every choice is more than a decision. It is a declaration of values. Stoicism reminds us that it is not events themselves, but our responses that define us. Imagine enduring a relationship where your efforts are met with indifference. Each day you choose to stay, you reinforce a distorted image of your worth. But when you decide to walk away, you reclaim dignity and freedom. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Choosing wisely means aligning actions with principles, even when the path is difficult. It is courage in the face of loneliness, strength in the face of uncertainty. By making deliberate choices, you silently communicate to loved ones that your life is guided by integrity. Each decision becomes a reflection of self-respect, shaping how others perceive you. To choose wisely is to live authentically, showing through deeds, not words, that your worth is undeniable and your values unshakable. Principle 5. Understand your value. To understand your value is to recognize the essence of who you are, beyond achievements or possessions. Viktor Frankl, in Man's Search for Meaning, showed that even in the darkest circumstances, dignity and inner strength can be preserved through clarity of values. Stoicism echoes this truth. Epictetus advised, "Don't explain your philosophy, embody it." Your worth is not proven by words, but by the way you live daily. When you act with honesty, patience, or compassion, you silently reveal your deepest principles. Reflect for a moment. Are your actions aligned with what you hold most dear? Living authentically means embodying values in every gesture, whether small or grand. This silent consistency inspires respect and admiration, not because you demand it, but because you radiate integrity. Understanding your value also shields you from dependence on external approval. It is a foundation of confidence, allowing you to stand firm in adversity. By living true to your essence, you elevate yourself and enrich the lives of those around you, expressing love and worth without a single word. Principle 6. Set boundaries. Boundaries are not barriers, they are bridges to healthier relationships. In a world of constant demands, setting limits is a subtle yet powerful act of self-respect. Research shows that individuals who establish clear boundaries experience greater satisfaction and balance in life. Imagine someone who refuses to answer work calls at night, choosing instead to spend time with family. That silent choice communicates value more strongly than words ever could. Boundaries protect your energy, safeguard your time, and affirm your dignity. Stoicism teaches that respect begins with self-governance. When you honor your needs, others learn to honor them too. Boundaries are not about isolation, but about clarity, showing where respect begins and ends. They allow relationships to flourish without exploitation or imbalance. Each time you enforce a boundary, you silently declare, "I value myself, and I expect respect." This quiet firmness strengthens trust and harmony, proving that love and worth are best expressed through actions that protect and preserve your inner peace. Principle 7. Don't run after anyone. Chasing others for validation diminishes your dignity. When you stop running after anyone, you demonstrate profound respect for yourself. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If you seek tranquility, do less. Do what's essential." This wisdom reminds us that fulfillment comes from within, not from external approval. Pursuit often stems from insecurity, but when you redirect energy toward personal growth, you attract genuine respect and love. Imagine choosing to focus on your passions instead of chasing someone's attention. That silent act communicates confidence and independence. Stoicism teaches that self-direction is the path to freedom. When you no longer depend on others to define your worth, you embody resilience. By refusing to chase, you create space for relationships built on sincerity, not desperation. This principle is not about indifference, but about balance, valuing yourself enough to let others come to you willingly. In silence, your actions reveal strength, showing that true love and respect are born from authenticity, not pursuit. Principle 8. Act on your boundaries. Setting boundaries is only the first step. Acting on them is where true strength lies. Enforcing limits requires courage, but it silently communicates self-worth more powerfully than words. Marcus Aurelius refused to compromise principles even when pressured by those closest to him, proving that fairness and integrity must prevail. In relationships, acting on boundaries means standing firm when challenged. Imagine reserving weekends for personal reflection, even if your partner prefers shared activities. By calmly maintaining your stance, you show that independence and respect are essential. This consistency fosters mutual understanding and harmony. Stoicism teaches that principles must be lived, not merely declared. Acting on boundaries demonstrates sincerity, resilience, and clarity. It prevents intrusion into your space while encouraging others to respect your needs. Each time you uphold a boundary, you silently affirm your dignity. This steadfastness builds trust and balance, proving that love flourishes when both individuals honor themselves and each other through actions, not words. Principle 9. Embrace caution. Caution is not hesitation. It is wisdom expressed through restraint. In Stoic philosophy, silence and observation often carry more weight than impulsive words. Imagine sitting in a meeting where debates grow heated. Instead of rushing to speak, you remain quiet, listening carefully, weighing each perspective. When you finally contribute, your words carry authority because they are measured and deliberate. This silent discipline communicates respect for the process and enhances your credibility. Caution extends beyond speech into actions. By pausing before reacting, you avoid unnecessary conflicts and protect relationships. Stoicism teaches that caution is a form of self-control, a way to honor both yourself and others. It signals that you are not easily swayed by emotion or external pressure. In love and friendship, caution shows that you value the bond enough to act thoughtfully. Without words, your restraint becomes a powerful message. You are dependable, balanced, and respectful. Embracing caution is not weakness but strength, a quiet declaration of dignity and wisdom. Principle 10. Prioritize deeds over promises. Promises can be fragile, swept away like leaves in the wind. Actions, however, endure like stone. Stoicism insists that value is proven not by what we say, but by what we do. Imagine promising to always support a loved one but never showing up when they need you. The words become hollow. Instead, picture dedicating time each week to help, listen, or simply be present. That consistency builds trust far more than any declaration. Marcus Aurelius and Epictetus both emphasized living by principles rather than explaining them. To prioritize deeds is to embody honesty, reliability, and love without speaking. Mistakes will happen, but admitting them openly and correcting them strengthens bonds. Actions reveal essence. They show commitment, respect, and authenticity. In relationships, deeds create resilience, proving that love rests on truth, not empty assurances. By acting instead of promising, you silently express your worth, building a foundation of trust that endures through time and trials. Conclusion. Love without words is not silence, it is presence, dignity, and action. Stoic wisdom teaches that our value is revealed through choices, boundaries, and deeds, not declarations. Each principle explored here, pride, freedom, refusal, wise decisions, self-understanding, boundaries, independence, caution, and action, forms a silent language of love. Together they show that respect and authenticity are expressed most powerfully without speech. When you embody your values, you inspire trust and admiration, creating relationships built on strength and sincerity. Let your actions speak, for they are the truest measure of love and worth. In silence, you reveal everything,